for 5 minutes for her opening statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I also want to thank our witnesses for being here and you for holding this first hearing on the important topic of the National Emergencies Act. Proper implementation and oversight of the NEA of 1976 are necessary to safeguard our democracy and protect our institutions. Presidents are awarded great power in times of national crises so they can make timely and decisive decisions when federal assistance is needed in a hurry. This power is granted since Congress may not have enough time during a true emergency to enact the authorities necessary to protect the American public. It's not like we can get anything done in a hurry, as we've seen in the last few days. The national emergencies declared throughout our nation's history, however, haven't been terminated properly, as was mentioned by the chairman. In fact, most U.S. citizens have lived their entire lives under some state of emergency, and at least one national emergency has been active since 1979, and there are, I repeat, 41 national emergencies in effect today. The perpetual state of emergency that we live in may tempt the president to use the powers he's granted by the National Emergencies Act to circumvent the will of Congress. In theory, presidents of any party can abuse emergency powers, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention my concern when former President Trump abused the NEA to fund the construction of a wall at the southern border without congressional authorization or appropriations. In fact, the former president's very first veto in office was on the congressional resolution attempting to block this misuse of the NEA. Before I became a member of Congress, I taught American government at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. So we spent a lot of time talking about separation of powers and how Article 1 of our Constitution recognizes Congress first. It enshrines Congress's power to make laws, control the power of the purse, and check the power of the president. In fact, it's Congress's responsibility to affirm its status as a co-equal branch of government and ensure that the system of checks and balances is functioning as intended. This discussion is a matter of principle over politics, a constitutional issue over things that are more fleeting. I hope that we can set partisan policy disagreements aside and focus on oversight and reforms that could be necessary to safeguard our Constitution and democracy during today's hearings, and we rely on the experts for their suggestions. I hope this will reignite congressional oversight of national emergencies the way it was intended. I thank you all for your time and previous contributions to this important topic, and I look forward to your testimony as it informs us of what we might do to evaluate certain proposed reforms. I thank the chairman. I yield back.
Chair thanks the gentlelady from Nevada.